So we will have in the 4.4, we are going to remember the common logarithms. That means the base is 10, and the natural logarithm, that means base is this famous number e. And finally, we will do the important thing, which is the logarithms with the different bases, to change the base from one number to another number. First thing, just remember this, Shabab, logarithm without showing the base, that means we have the base 10, right? We are familiar with this one. And if you write just ln x, we mean the logarithm with base e. I'm sure you guys are also familiar from high school. So these are to remember again. For example, oops, just a second. Yeah. So logarithm of 100, that means, of course, with base 10. So it's going to give you 2, of course, right? When you write ln of e, we mean logarithm of e with base e. So that's why it is equal to 1, right, Shahab? And ln of e to the 4th power is going to be 4 times ln of e. And since ln of e is 1, so 4 times 1 is 4. Just a basic practice, Shabab. How about changing of base theorem? Suppose you have a logarithm of x with a base a. So we like to switch two different base. Of course, the base property, we should follow it. Base cannot be negative, and also base cannot be 1, right? So we should always follow the base property. So if you like to use the any base b, then you need to divide the logarithm of x with new base b divided by logarithm of a base b. So you see the x is up here and a is here. You see, Shabab, with new base b, logarithm of x divided by logarithm of a with new base b.
Doctor?
This is how you change the base of a logarithm, Shabab.
Doctor?
Yes, please.
From where we find the base b?
B is depends on your question. Maybe in a question you need to change the base to 2, for example. You have logarithm with base 5. Well, to solve the question, maybe you need to switch to base 2. Depends on the need, of course, right?
Okay.
You
I will see
understand?
the questions and I will ask you if it's not clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, for example, suppose, Shabab, we have base logarithm of 17 base 5. Okay, can I write it with base 2? The same number? Well, I can divide logarithm of 17 divided by logarithm of 5. You see, Shabab, that I used base 10, right? I used base 10. Or maybe somebody like to use base e, right? So that means you need to write ln of 17 divided by ln of 5. Okay, can I use base 2? Yeah, of course. It is equal to logarithm of 17 base 2 divided by logarithm of 5 base 2. So you notice, everybody, this is three fractions. They are all equal, Shabab. They are all equal because they are all equal to the logarithm of 17 base 5. Okay?
Doctor?
Yes.
So we need to have the same base when dividing in this. It doesn't matter what base it is. It needs to be equal, right?
Yes.
Like
So,
if we have logarithm 3, like the base is a 3, 17, or logarithm of 5 base 3. Is it okay?
yeah, you can write base 3.
So
Logarithm. They need to be the same base, of course, up and down. Huh? You mean like that?
Yes.
Here, you need to use the same base, up and down, of course, in the numerator and denominator.
Okay.
You see? They are all equal.
But base 10 is the most common one, right?
Yeah, that's why we call it a common logarithm, Shiva. Yeah, whenever you see the base is not written, so that means it is base 10. And whenever you see ln, that means we are talking about base e, right? Well, why don't we change this one, Shabab? We have logarithm with base 2. Maybe I like to change it to base 10, maybe. How about that? Logarithm of a 0.1 base
1
10
over 10.
divided by logarithm of 2. Yes, I can write like that. So which is equal to logarithm of 0.1 with base 10 is, anybody knows that?
Logarithm of what?
Logarithm of 0.1 with base 10 is what?
-1.
Yes, -1 divided by logarithm of 2. You see? Maybe let's change this base, Shabab. Let's change the base to 2. We have base half. So it's going to be logarithm of 5 base 2 divided by logarithm of half base 2, which is equal to logarithm of 5 base 2 divided by logarithm of half with base 2 is how much, Shabab?
-1.
Yes, -1. Well, dividing by -1 means just multiply, right, like this. Perfect, yes. Logarithm of 5 base 2. Now you see what happened, Shabab? When I change 1 over 2 to 2 here, it just multiplied logarithm with negative, you see? Logarithm 5 with base half is the same as negative logarithm 5 base 2. Yeah. So in the next, it is showing if you change the base from b to 1 over b. Yeah, if you use the base formula as you see in the steps, so you will get logarithm of b with base 1 over b is -1. So it's just negative logarithm of 1 over b, the base 1 over b. So logarithm of x with base b is the same as negative logarithm of x with base 1 over b, or if you multiply with negative, so negative logarithm of x with base b is the same as logarithm of 1 over b, the logarithm of x with base 1 over b. So that is how you flip the base. Maybe I should just write here one clear number numerical example. So if you write it as logarithm of x base 1 over 2, Shabab, you just need to write negative. You understand? Negative logarithm of x base half. Or you can write the negative to other side, to the left side. Negative logarithm x. Negative logarithm x with base 2 is the same as logarithm of x with base half, like this. Yeah, well, we need these kind of short, quick techniques to play with bases. All right. And how about? Oops, what's happening to my mouse? What happens if we have a base with power, Shabab? If you have base with power, now I can write it as logarithm of x with base b divided by logarithm of b to the n with base b. So we have b to the n. So of course, logarithm of b to the n with base b is going to be n, right, Shabab? We know that. So we have logarithm of x with base b divided by n. Of course, you can write it as 1 over n here. You see? It's the same thing. Divided by n, that means multiply by 1 over n. So here is the formula. We just need to remember, Shabab. This n of the power of the base is going to come here as 1 over n. And if you multiply both sides by n, of course, so we have n times, you see, logarithm of x with base b to the n is equal to logarithm of x base b. And if you like, you can just move this n as a power of x right here. So logarithm of x to the n with base b to the n. Well, kind of these powers are cancelled, So we have logarithm of x with base b. So maybe numerical example, to make sure that you are following. Suppose we have x cube, and suppose we have 2 cube. We are kind of cancelling the 3's in 2 powers here, so it becomes logarithm of x with base 2. You understand? Yes. Okay. In the next question, Shabab, what happens if you change the base to x? Now we have logarithm of x with base b. So you like to switch, base to x. So you have to write logarithm of x with base x, which is 1, of course, divided by logarithm of b with base x. So you get 1 over logarithm of b base x. So you see, Shabab, if you switch b and x, what happens? 1 over logarithm b with base x. It becomes 1 over. It just flips over. And of course, if you multiply, cross multiplication, logarithm of x with base b times logarithm of b with base x is equal to 1. As a maybe example right here to make sure we are following. Suppose we have logarithm of 5 with base 3 multiplied by logarithm of 3 base 5 will give you what, Shabab? 1. You see, like this, which is also quite common happening in the questions, actually, these kind of images. All right. Let's see. Logarithm of logarithm of 2 is x, and logarithm of y is logarithm of 6 is y. Then how can I write a logarithm of 15 in terms of x and y? Well, the first thing we need to remember, Shabab, this is the same as logarithm of 5 plus
logarithm of 3.
Logarithm of 3. Is that correct? Yeah. So do I have logarithm 5 given? No. And logarithm 3 is given? No. So what's happening here, Shabab? Let's look at logarithm 5. Shabab, logarithm 5 is
10 over 2, right? We can rewrite it.
perfect. So it becomes logarithm 10 minus logarithm 2, right? Because
Yes.
fraction becomes subtraction of logarithms. Perfect. And how about logarithm of 3, Shabab?
Logarithm of 6 minus
Yes.
logarithm of 2.
Yes, Shabab, perfect. This game is quite common in the exams, Shabab. Minus logarithm of 2. These kind of small games are quite common. All right. Now let's calculate. Do I know logarithm of 10? Well, it is 1, right? Base 10. Minus, do I know logarithm of 2? Yes, it is x. Plus, logarithm of 6 is y. Minus logarithm 2 is x again. So finally, Shabab, we have 1 minus 2x plus y.
Yes.
Okay. Well, a similar question. We have logarithm of x is given as an a, logarithm y is given as b. So we need to play with this one, logarithm, but with base x here. You notice that? This is base x. But in the a and b, logarithms are base 10. So since you are asked to write in terms of a and b, we have to follow the same base, yani base 10. All right, so let's write this expression, Shabab, with base 10. So how can I change it to base 10? It becomes a logarithm of x cubed root y, base 10, of course, divided by logarithm of x. So now I change the base 10. This is the first important step, Shabab. Now we need to write it as logarithm 3 times logarithm of x plus half times logarithm of y divided by logarithm of x. Shabab, is this step clear for you guys?
Yes. And we can
Yes.
write it now as minus.
Huh?
We can write numerator minus the denominator.
No, Shabab. This
Because
is this. So this is all you can do. This is logarithm of x is a, so it is 3a plus half times b ala a.
Yes.
You understand? Right. Of course, if you like, Shabab, 3a ala a is 3, right? Plus the b ala 2a. The same thing, of course. All right, so let's go to another exam question, Shabab. Can you write the logarithmic expression as a single logarithm with base 3? With base 3, we have, Shabab, we have 2 here. You see, what am I going to do with 2?
Logarithm 9 base 3.
Perfect. So it is, Shabab, logarithm of 9 base 3. Yes. And then minus second term is clear. I don't need to do anything for that. Logarithm x square base 3. And now in the third term, Shabab, we have base 9. So, well, 9 is 3 square, right? So if you have square of the base, what am I going to write? I'm going to write 1 over 2 here times 8 times logarithm of y base 3 now. You see where is square going, Shabab? Huh? All right.
Behind the logarithm.
Yes, it just flips over and then multiplies just behind the logarithm. And now imagine we have a square root 3 here as a base.
Yes. 2
Square
logarithm 3.
Square root 3 means 3 to the power half.
Yes.
So half is gonna flip. So it will come here as a 2. 2 times logarithm of xy base 3. Aywa. So this is the a kind of question, like in 90% of the logarithmic questions like this, you will have a base problem like that, Shabab. So they will check you with the base problems like this. They will never give you the same base in the logarithms. You will see the base problems like that. Okay. Now, Shabab, the first 2 terms, I don't need to do first 2, they are clear. For this third one, Shabab, let me use for this one, the half and 8 will cancel, will be 4, right, Shabab? And 4 will go to here as a power of y. Did you notice that?
Yes.
And this 2, also this 2 is going to come here as a power. Maybe I should put a power like 2. Yes. Okay. Then let's write it again, Shabab, clearly. So let me write minus logarithm y to the 4 base 3 plus logarithm of x squared y squared base 3. Okay. Now let's look at the additions. Let me write the additions, Shabab. We have logarithm of 9, logarithm of 9 base 3 plus logarithm of x square y square. These two are addition, right? We are adding. And then we have subtraction, Shabab, minus, I'm going to open the bracket, all right, logarithm of x squared base 3 plus logarithm of y to the power of 4 base 3. I took the negative as common, right, Shabab?
Yes.
Yeah. Now these two we need to multiply, right? Multiply the arguments. So we have 9 x square y square base 3, and the second term we have minus. So we have a logarithm plus logarithm also here. So I need to multiply them also. Logarithm of x square and
To the power 4.
aywa. Now I have fraction, Shabab. I have fraction, so fraction becomes the subtraction becomes fraction. So logarithm of base 3. Let's not forget it. Base is 3. So 9x square y square divided by x square and y to the power 4. So finally we need to simplify, Shabab, right? Simplify. So final answer is
logarithm of 9 to the power over y squared.
yes. You see, base 3, Shabab. Now what you have to do, Shabab, in the exam, these steps are taking long time, right? It takes long time, but what you need to understand, if something is, if you have negative of the logarithm, that means we are writing the arguments at the denominator. If we have a positive logarithms, then we are writing the arguments at the numerator. So we have, in the first one, we have plus logarithm 9 and also plus logarithm x squared y squared, right? These are plus. So we are writing 9 x squared y squared at the numerator. And we have minus logarithm x squared and minus logarithm y to the power 4. So that means x squared and y to the 4th power will be at the denominator. So you can come from this step, this step here, directly to here, Shabab, without writing too much again and again. So I am just writing all the steps to make sure that you understand what's happening at the end. And if somebody cannot catch this game, unfortunately, he needs to do a couple of more practice like this until he realizes what is happening here. You see? depending on if the logarithm is being subtracted or added. So the arguments of the logarithms will be at the numerator or a denominator. Okay. Has it been clear enough for everybody, Shabab? All right.
Is there
We'll
another
do.
doctor on this?
Huh?
Is there another practice on this?
Yeah. We have, and let's see, one more practice. In the numerator here, we have, this is logarithm of x squared and y cube. You see how quickly I just joined them? Did you catch it?
Yes.
Right? So you have to do like that. How about the denominator? Who's going to tell me quickly?
Logarithm 18. Logarithm 18.
Logarithm 3.
Let me maybe open my microphone. Yes, this 2 is going to eliminate the square root, right? So you will get logarithm of 18 minus logarithm of 6.
Yes.
That means logarithm of 18 divided by 6. So which is logarithm of what?
3.
3. All right. Now, what is the answer, Shabab? A, B, C, D, E. Who's
A.
gonna tell me the answer? Huh?
Is it A?
A, okay. Is there any other idea?
No, C.
C, okay. Any other idea?
D, doctor.
Huh?
D.
C.
Somebody said D.
Yes, it's me, doctor.
Yes, that is correct. So this A and C are quite common mistakes, of course, because we are not clearly remembering the logarithm properties. Shabab, this is a base change, you know. This is equal to logarithm of x squared y cube with base 3, Shabab. We have logarithm with base 10, of course, here. So you can write it as a single logarithm with base 3. Did you catch the base change idea, Shabab? This is the base change formula. Aywa. So correct answer is A, Shabab. Correct answer is A. Not C. I'm sorry. Not A. Not C. Correct answer is D. Okay. So you will get better as we solve maybe little more examples. Now I have -2 here. What am I going to do with -2, Shabab? You see they are looking for logarithm with base 10, of course, as you see. We have logarithm with base 1/10. I have to fix it. And this last term is clear. There is nothing to do with that. But first, we need to think about this -2, Shabab. I have to write -2 in terms of logarithm.
Logarithm 10 base 10 power 2.
power
can write it
2.
as logarithm of 10 squared to the
base.
Logarithm 100 base 10.
Yani logarithm of 1 over 100. It is negative 2, صح?
yes.
أيوة, it is negative 2. أيوة. And then, Shabab, now remember the base technique. What happens if I change 1 over 10 with 10? What happens?
Flip it and multiply it with 2.
You need to bring here and change it to positive, because you need to multiply by negative. So negative times negative, it will be positive. You understand? So we'll see plus 2 times a logarithm of y base 10. Are you sure, Shabab? Did you catch it? If you
Doctor.
If you flip the base, so I flip the base, so I have to multiply logarithm with negative. Well, because there is another negative, so it will be positive here.
Yes.
Perfect. And plus logarithm of x squared. So now this is logarithm plus logarithm plus logarithm. So it is all multiplication of arguments, right? So this is logarithm of 1 over 100 and y square and x square. You see that, Sheba? It is multiplication of arguments. Of course, you should understand that this is logarithm of the x square y square divided by 100, right? Or
Yes.
if you like, you can write it as xy divided by 10 complete square, like that. All right, so that means we have correct answer is A. Okay, correct answer is A. All right, now what is next? Well, again, we have a simple base problems, like we have the base 9. So you need to think 9 as a 3 square. So you know what will happen to 2, right?
We move it.
Become a half.
Yes, we have 3 to the half here.
Yes.
And this half is going to come here as 2, right, Sheba?
Yes.
Yes. So I guess now I should leave it to you as a practice. How about this one, Shabab? Well, here first base is 5, no problem here. And this is 25. Well, 25 is 5 square, of course. And this square is going to come here as 1 over 2. So 4 is going to be 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's move the 3 as a power, Shabab, here. So it will be logarithm of 8a cube, right? And then base is 5. This is already clear. Minus. So instead of 4, I will have 2 here, right? So 2 times logarithm of b base 5. Perfect. And then minus 1 over 2. Okay, logarithm of c base 5, and there is minus 1. Well, it is logarithm of 5.
5 base 5.
Perfect. Yes. Now, Shabab, we have only one logarithm which is positive. So we have argument is 8a cube divided by. So we have minus 2 logarithm b. Yani we have b square here. Why am I writing b at the denominator? Because it is minus. Eyvah. Minus half times log c. That means it is log of root c, right? So root c is below. Minus log of 5. So 5 is below. Did you see this game, Shabab? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Because otherwise, this is exam question, Shabab. This is exam question. So in the exam, you might just lose your time if you don't see this small game here. Otherwise, you need to write everything step. That takes your time. Well,
do we write it?
Yeah.
Do we write it as a logarithm of this of 5? Because you didn't write 5.
Base 5, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, base 5, yeah. This is the answer, Shabab. Sure? This is the answer. Well, let's move these powers, Shabab. So, well, there is negative 2 here. What am I going to do here, Shabab?
Minus 2 logarithm of e or ln.
ln e to the negative 2, or minus, if you like, minus ln e square. So ln e square is 2, sah? If you like, or you can write it ln e to the negative 2, sah?
Yes.
As you like. So no problem. Plus, Shabab, this 1 over 3 is gonna go here as a power, right?
Yes.
So then it will be ln x ala y square. Am I right?
Yes.
Plus, again, 2 will come here as a power. So it will be ln x square y square e square, huh? Okay. Now, look at carefully now. We have ln, Shabab, ln, just make a fraction. So we have x ala y square multiplied by x square,
y square, e square.
y square, e square. They are all up. Below is only e square, sir?
Yes.
Because of the minus. Eyvah. Okay, let's simplify with blue one. E square is gone.
Yes, and y square too.
Y square is cancelled here. Yani
We have
Shabab,
execute.
ln of x cube only, sir. You
Yes.
see? That is the answer.
Doctor?
Yes.
You told us that you were going to discuss about the quiz on Sunday, if it's on Monday or Tuesday.
Shabab, a lot of your friends, they said, can we please make it on Wednesday? So I could not reject them. So what do you guys think?
On what time on Wednesday?
6 p.m.
Okay, no problem.
I don't have a problem.
Well, inshallah, good for you, Shabab.
1.1 and 1.2, right?
Yes, for 1 and 2 only. Inshallah, inshallah next week, 4, 3, 4, 4, inshallah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you,
Yes.
doctor.
Doctor,
Did I finish the time, Shabab?
Yes.
Yes, it's 51.
Let me mark some of the correct answers, so you just you practice. Okay, this is correct answer is 1, or yeah, I guess 1. If I am wrong, just look at it, Sheba. What is the, which one of the following is true? True is E only here. Okay, what is next? Which one of true or false? This is false. First one is false. Second one is true. This is true. This is true. This is false. And this is true. Okay. Calculate these things. Practice. Other things is just calculation, inshallah, Shabab. You will practice these things. Yeah. We have good amount of practice questions, inshallah. Of course, you try it and then ask me, inshallah, if you get in trouble.
Sir,
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Ahlan, Shabab. Yes, please. Anybody has a question?
yes, it's me.
Yes, go ahead.
Don't you think creating a file PDF would be answers for size? So we solve the question, then we make that our choice is correct.
The giving the answers, you mean?
Yes, the answer key is in file. So when I solve the question, I go there and check my.
Yeah. يعني, I'm not sure if it is really helpful for you, but I'll try, inshallah. I'll try to mark them, inshallah. You will see in the class notes.
I think he mean to keep it separated for the answers and the questions. So we don't see the answer before we start to solve it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, inshallah. It's a good. I will consider it, inshallah.
Doctor, regarding
Shukran,
the
doctor.
attendance, I'm going to be marked automatically, right? Because I came from another section.
Yeah, who is this?
Abdulaziz Square.
Abdulaziz, khalas. Is it good for you, ya Abdulaziz, inshallah?
Yes,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
compatible with my
Yes.
schedule.
You are already registered attendance, no problem.
Great. So it's going to be registered automatically as usual.
Yes, inshallah.
Okay, great. Thank you, doctor. Have a good day.
دكتور
أهلا عفوا يا شباب تفضل.
دكتور I actually forgot that I have changed the section because I have been attending at